Hey, welcome back. Okay, we're in the home stretch right now. I'm going to show you the next part, which is how to create the eye. Okay, so the eye can be kind of tricky to start out with. So this is basically an example of the eye. Okay, I have eyelashes around her face, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this eye, and I'm going to kind of do it over. So one thing you'll notice is I'm going to make a new layer for the eye, and I'm going to make a new path for the eye. I'm just going to name it, eye pupil, because that's what it is. And I'm just going to go here. Actually, I'm going to name it eye pupil left, because it's on the left side. What I'm going to do is I'm basically just going to kind of follow this around. You basically just follow the outline. Okay. Now that you have that, you're basically going to want to curve this last part just because the eye is round. So you're going to want to make sure your eye is round. Pupil, eye, and this is the left side. I'm going to name it left. Okay. And you're just going to make sure you're on that new layer, which is the layer that we designated for the eye, and you're just going to fill. Actually, that's a red eye. That does not look good. So you're going to make sure you're on white. Okay. White. Okay. And you're going to do the same thing for the right side. Okay. Now that we have that, now that you have your first part, and also you probably don't want these annoying little boxes here, so I'm just going to do a new path, and that's going to, since there's nothing on that path, it's just going to look blank. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create the black part of the eye, the pupil. Okay, which is basically this part right here, or not. You're going to want to create the color part of the eye. So basically what you're going to do is you're just going to create a new path here, there, shift click, make sure it's nice and even, and you're basically going to want to basically do that and just kind of get it to where it's a nice oval. More of an oval and less of a circle, because the eye is oval, or the pupil is oval, the eye is whatever color you're drawing. And you're basically just going to go here, here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go here. Actually, I don't want it to be white, so I'm going to go edit, step backwards. Make sure you're on a new layer. You know, you don't want to end up working twice on the same layer. Okay, and I'm going to make her eye just kind of pink because I don't want to, I'm just going to make it pink because that's what I like for this character. Okay, so basically, so that's what you have. And what you can do is you can actually just go through and move this. I'm going to give her derp eyes. Oh, also, you want to make sure that there's Alt because otherwise you're going to want to make sure that there's a clipping mask because otherwise it's going to go over like this. So you just basically just do a clipping mask. And I'm going to name this layer red. I know that's spelled wrong. I don't care. So I'm going to name that eye white and eye red eye, whatever. And I'm going to use this path. And I'm going to use my path selection tool. I'm just going to move my path selection tool. I'm going to move this up here, and I'm going to go back to my red eye layer. I'm just going to go there. And let's say I'm going to make a new path. Just get off that. Let's say that this is no longer where you want this part of the eye. And so what you do is you basically just go here and you go, oh crap, they're the same layer. So what you're going to do is you're going to go edit, step backwards, and you're going to use your lasso tool, and you're basically just going to go around it in between the two eyes and select that. And now when you use your move tool, you only have that selected. So now you can basically move this wherever you want. Select, deselect, deselect. Okay. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go back to your pupil, and the first thing because you're going to do the black part of the eye now. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to shrink it down. So that way it fits on the eye. Also for this next part, you're going to want to create a new layer just because if you work on the same layer, it's going to be kind of a mess. Okay, so now that I have that, I'm going to go to here, I'm going to go to a new layer, I'm going to create a clipping mask, and I'm just going to go I'm going to go black because that's what color the inside of the eye is. Black. Okay. And now I'm going to just move this path. I'm going to choose my direct path or my path selection tool and just move the whole thing. And I'm going to use my arrow keys to move it over to where I want. And basically there. Okay. Now that you have that, you can basically just go to this layer and make sure it's on black. Make sure you have that area selected, or make sure you have that path selected. There. Okay. And now you can just click off of it. Okay. Now you can just click on the path that you have created. Okay. And now what you're going to notice is that, well, it doesn't have, the last thing, part of the eye is the little glare that gives it a little bit of life. So you're just going to do a new layer, and you're going to just name this. I like to name it eye. I like to name it eye white over because it's literally the white over the eye. Select that white, and I'm going to basically use this, and I'm just going to kind of make it an oval because that's what it is. I'm just going to kind of do that, and I'm just going to move this up here a little bit. There. You want to make it small. You want to make it kind of a clean cut oval. Okay. Now that you have that, you can just go here, there. Okay. Okay, so path. Okay, so now that you have this, you can basically just use your path selection tool, move it over here, and just kind of do that. Okay. And you can just do here. As long as you're on this layer, you can just kind of keep filling it in. Okay, and now the last part is this, which you just move this down here, and you just make it a little circle. You can make it an oval or circle, whatever looks good for your pony or your anime character, whatever you're drawing. And you want to make sure that this has a clipping mask as well. Pupil, and then you're going to want to just move it over. Okay. I kind of like that, so I'm just going to fill that in. And okay, so there's one last thing, and that is I'm going to click off of this. And that is the fact that your eye is only one color right now. So what you're going to do is you're just going to do a command click on here, and I believe it's a control click on the PC. You're going to control click the icon, and what that's going to do is it's going to make a selection of it. And you're basically just going to go over your red, and you're going to create a new layer, and I like to call that new layer red dark. Or I-D-A-R-K, dark. And basically what's that going to do is you're going to be able to choose the dark part of your eye. So you're just going to select what color you want. I'm going to make it like a blood red. I'm just going to kind of go through and paint that in. Go through and paint that in. Oh crap, I did the wrong thing. Okay. You want to actually, you don't want to have the eye selected, you want to have the red selected. So it's like that and not that. So you're going to want to do that, and you're just going to want to paint it on, paint the dark, and you just make a new layer for the eye light. Okay. And you're basically just going to select whatever color that is, and you're just going to go to the light end. And you're just going to kind of paint that on. Okay. Select, deselect. Now you should be just about done with your pony if you follow these steps. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I have one more video I'm going to do, and that's basically just some of the fixes that you might end up running into. Because there are certain things that kind of might mess you up that I want to go into. Okay. With this, I bid you adieu. Thank you, like, comment, subscribe. You know, we always appreciate your feedback. Thank you. Have a good day.